Welcome back to Channel 68.9 News with Kay Baldwin, News Executive Extraordinaire, winner of many awards. He is currently the holder of the Best Old Guy on TV. Zen Zhen, not actually Vietnamese. He wants to keep his job. And James Rodriguez currently holds the best award for the best soccer player to also be a TV host on this television station. And me, Jack, the cameraman.
Happy New Year. 1950 has just arrived and it's a beautiful Sunday morning. We're here with French nationalist and expert on French politics, Pierre Bonnet. You may have read his book, L'État de Fromage.
Do you have any idea what that means?
Nope.
Well, welcome, Pierre.
Bonjour. I'm glad to join you.
So, Mr. Pierre, what are your thoughts on the ongoing Indochina War?
It is a war futile. Le Boulard, our leader, Vincent Orion, has started a war that we cannot win. Are we so petty that we must fight these revolutionaries? Ho Chi Minh has every right to want the independence. Everyone knows that imperialism is bad. America, Britain, you have stopped your imperialism. Why not the France? Our sphere of influence is not worth this bloodshed.
So you think we should find a peaceful solution?
Yes, I think that we should split it into two countries. The North Vietnam for the Vietnamese, and the South Vietnam for the French.
Well, of course the French would want the South.
Stop the joking.
Looks like somebody's salty.
We know what happens when you put salt on a frog.
Comme un idiot! Tu es le ballon! Tout est que subit le France et le volcan! The goldfish? Vous me lancez the goldfish?
Quick, the anti-French protocol!
That was a close one, Kay.
That man is an insult to French people everywhere.
What was that?
That man was like a stereotype of all French people. What a fool. You would think that a French expert could learn English.
Like you.
Bien sûr.
Well, I'm here with Francois Radeau, who claims to be an expert on French politics.
Compared to him, I'm like the smartest person in all the world.
Well, what do you think France should do?
Well, we should continue to fight. The communists have tortured our people in re-education camps. The horrors I've witnessed.
Wait, you were a witness to the Bordeaux incident?
Yes, you fool.
We have here an eyewitness of the Bordeaux incident, only on Channel 68.9 News.
That traitor. Boudreaux tortured some of my best friends to death. We have to continue this war. Don't you see? I said, don't you see? For the glory of France. For our countrymen.
But Pierre Bonnet said that it was a war that you could not win.
Did I not already explain that he is a fool? Just look at that man's silly accent. The Americans are sending us money to fight. Let's continue it.
One last question. Can I leave?
Oh. How did you get wrapped up like that?
You put me here.
Alright. Well, I thought you were a baguette. In fact, I still do.
Quick, the anti-French protocol!
It's been almost 4 years since war broke out between North and South Vietnam, the two sections of Vietnam that formed after the Indochina War.
Didn't that Frenchman suggest that plan a while back on our show?
I think he did, Zen. But in lighter news, we hear there is a large gathering of, for lack of a better word, hippies, gathering to be what could be America's largest music festival. Just think, November 8th, 1965 could go down in history.
It's going to have music stars across America. The Who, Sly, and Family Stone. And maybe even Joe Crocker.
I'll hand it over to James, who is live at Woodstock.
Thanks, Kay. I'm live here at Woodstock. 3 days of peace, love, and music.
Hey man, would you like to buy some love?
No, I'm fine.
It's free, man.
You know, that sounds pretty great.
cameraman left me, but I think I can take from here. Everyone seems to be so happy here. This looks interesting. What are you doing?
Hey man, it's flower power. I'm one with nature.
Here we are live at Woodstock, the largest music festival in history, and what a turnout.
We're happy to bring you this special news edition. It's November 8, 1965, and the biggest news today is that America has joined Vietnam War.
Really?
Yes, yet another proxy war between America and Soviet Union. Ha! I bet that war will be over in under a year.
That would be interesting. We now take you live to Commander William Westmoreland on the battlefield.
Commander, excuse me, Commander.
Uh-huh.
What are your plans for dealing with this war?
We're gonna hit those commies right where it hurts them. Their tibias.
Right, and how will you do that?
I don't let anybody push me around.
Is that so?
I don't let anybody push me around. I push them around. Just stop filming! I'll take your mic too.
As of 1970, men of ages 18 to 25 from all across the U.S. have been drafted to fight in the ongoing war in Vietnam. As far as I can tell, many people are incredibly dissatisfied with this. College students from all over the nation have been protesting the draft and furthermore, the war in general.
Do you remember those hippies we interviewed a while back?
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine they're pretty angry about this. I even heard that some of them were even leaving the country.
Really? Well, it's funny that you say that, Zen, because we've got one here right in the studio.
Hey, what's up, dudes?
Hi there. Could you not?
I'm sorry, man. I'm just getting in tune with your internal vibrations.
Yes, well, you can tell us what you think about the draft.
The draft?
Yes.
The draft is an evil institution created to undermine peace and love throughout our astral plane. Like, I've had friends that go out there and they haven't come back. It's a real downer, man.
And what would you propose that the government do?
They gotta get in tune with their internal vibrations, man. Like, when I lost my sight, my other senses were heightened enormously. Let me get that for you.
Wait a minute.
Come on, bro. You know I can't hear you over that smell.
What?
The smell.
What is he doing?
The grass, man. The grass.
I can't believe that this war has been going on for 8 whole years.
Has it really been going on for that long?
Well, today is May 29th, 1973, so that puts it at 8 years of conflict with Vietnam.
Wow, that's crazy.
The big story, though, is that the war for the United States is over. All U.S. troops have been withdrawn from the front.
Really? President Nixon talked about that in his campaign, but I didn't think he'd actually do it.
Well, he did. We now take you live to Commander Westmoreland for an interview at the front.
Thanks, Kay. We're having some difficulty with the commander, but we do have an expert here today.
Yes, I am an expert on the Vietnamese cooking.
Yeah, so I guess that works.
Well, you see, you have to extract the culture from the yam, and then you gotta cook the dogs.
Thanks for staying with us at 68.9 News. Commander Westmoreland,
War!
how do you feel about losing this war?
America doesn't lose! Or command pow! Ah!
Take him away!
Ah!
It looks like the commander isn't taking this very well.
Now we take you to a live press conference with President Nixon. And in short, I ended the war because it was a war that we could not win.
Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President.
Mr. President, what do you have to say to people who lost loved ones in the war?
Oh, that looks like that's all the time we have on Channel 68.9 News.
With all of this, perhaps that means that the threat of nuclear bombs could be over.
What happened? We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.